against the United Timberwolves. And now this special message from School Superintendent Dr. Shannon Allen.
Hello, BIS. Hello, BISD community. I am Dr. Shannon Allen, proud superintendent of the Beaumont Independent School District, and it is with great excitement that I welcome you to the 5th Annual Alumni Bowl. Tonight's game gives us an opportunity to not only support our student athletes, band members, dance and cheer teams, but also honor graduates and the lasting impact they make on our community. As a BISD graduate myself, I feel a great sense of pride seeing former students continue to make their mark. Our students' pursuit of academic excellence equips them to succeed in school and in every facet of their lives. Both Westbrook High School and Beaumont United High Schools are set to showcase this culture of excellence we so proudly uphold during tonight's game. Only one team will win, but at the end of the night, we are all Team BISD. I thank everyone for attending and best of luck to the Timberwolves and the Bruins.
All right, and here we go. Folks, we are here live from Beaumont Independent School District, Memorial Stadium. We're just coming in, had some technical difficulties. We know it's a really, really wet and rainy night tonight, but as you can see, the action is still going to go. We have the Westbrook Bruins facing the Timberwolves. Why was I about to say the Minnesota Timberwolves? I have no clue. But we have the Westbrook Bruins playing the Beaumont United Timberwolves in our Alumni Bowl. In the first series of plays, we see that Beaumont United ended up having to punt. And now we have Westbrook, their first drive on the ball, and we see lined up here at the 16-yard line. Snap is up. Ooh, looks like he had nowhere to go there, but he made something out of nothing and able to pick up about 6 yards on the play. First, it looked like Beaumont United had that stuff right through the middle, but he was able to break outside and get to the edge and pick up some great yardage. Actually, it'll be a first down. First down and 6. First down and goal, actually. Ball on the 6-yard line. Handoff again to number 1. Terrell Third Smith. Pickup of about 3 yards on the play. Actually 4. Got to bring up a second down and 2 for the Bruins. You know, it's had a lot of delays to get this game played. And it's just good to see the kids able to play today. As we see, handoff inside to Terrell Smith, but stopped after a pickup of maybe 1 by a slew of Timberwolves. Bring up a third down and goal for the Westbrook Bruins. Motion by the Bruins. And, of course, handoff to Terrell Third Smith. And we see it as a touchdown, Westbrook Bruins. Here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. We see the Bruins strike first with a 1-yard touchdown. We'll get the lineup for the extra point, you know. Talking to a lot of the kids from both schools this week. This is a really, really big game. Of course, it's a rivalry game, but now this year it's a little bit different because it's actually a district game also. As we see, the kick is up and the kick is good. Bruins, Westbrook Bruins leading 7. Beaumont United Timberwolves 0. Here in our first quarter with 6 minutes and 27 seconds remaining. You have to excuse, I would say send in your third quarter shout-outs, but we actually won't be having third quarter shout-outs this week due to some technical difficulties with the comments. But please, whatever you do, keep watching, like, subscribe, because we're still here and we're still broadcasting. We're not underwater yet, folks. Don't hear me? Oh, okay, here we go. And kickoff is up. I didn't actually get a chance to see where the ball went there. Oh, must have gone into the end zone. Looks like it's going to be a touchback. So the Beaumont United Timberwolves will take over the ball on the 25-yard line.
What's up, Marco?
Hey, what's going on, Josh, man? It's good to hear you.
Oh man, talk about a night, Marco.
Man, it's been one of those evenings. One of those evenings where you can say, hey, it's just not ever going to go away. But I tell you what, it's great to get this game started.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Marco has already addressed, we got a lot going on tonight. Of course, we had the weather, and with the weather, it brought a host of other problems. So, hey, unfortunately, because of, how wet it is, I can't, and then with the rain continually coming in, I didn't feel comfortable sending out any students out there to work in these conditions. So we decided, and, the stadium paid a lot of money for these huddle cameras. So, we might as well utilize them. We have them, It is what it is. And but hey, I know you guys just want to see the game. You don't care if we have 17 camera angles. Unfortunately, we don't have replay. But we wanted to make sure you guys see it. If that meant, we're gonna stay out here, Marco, to 4 o'clock in the morning, Marco. We was gonna stay out here to 4 o'clock in the morning, Marco.
Well, I tell you what, stand out at 4 o'clock in the morning by yourself with that one. They'll be hearing the broadcast from Josh Lamb.
Nah, I'll be snowing in here, Marco.
I'll tell you what. Well, when we look at the action here, we see that Beaumont United turns the ball over with a fumble, and the Westbrook Bruins have recovered the ball and actually run a play for 2 yards, bring up 2nd down and 8 here. And the one thing we know that it's like I said, it's a big game for both schools. Both schools, now being in district together, that makes a whole different light for when this game is played. It used to be a game that was just played in the preseason because Westbrook was 6A and Beaumont United was 5A, but now they're in the same district together, and this is a district game. So yeah.
And if we're being honest, Marco, if had this still been a non-district game, it wouldn't have happened. They'd probably just more than likely canceled it.
It is a good possibility that that's what would have been. But, when it's a district game, it owes a whole lot more for everything in the district and everything around the state. So we know that those games have to be played. So we talking to the kids, and I was trying to let everybody know, talking to the kids from both sides, it was a really big game for them tonight. Both sides trying to get their first district win. I know both coaches have really, really worked diligently this week to make sure that, the kids were ready and prepared. And, it's always different when you're playing against the other team in your school, in your district. And, when you're playing another team in your district, it's one of those, you're playing for pride, playing for honor. And then with Alumni Bowl, a lot of the parents of these kids went to one school or another that was in Beaumont. And so it really means a lot. And here we go, handoff to number 4, Darius Simeon. Didn't have too much room there to go anywhere. Couldn't really get around the edge. Actually couldn't make it around the line there. Pickup of 1 on that play to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Westbrook Bruins. And, like you were saying, tonight, folks, we'll be missing a couple of things that we had started importing because we're on limited status. But tell you what, we're going to make sure that you still get the action. And we see flag here. There's a lot of movement on the line. Looks like the indication is false start on the Bruins. Had to back the Bruins up 5 yards.
I'm trying to get the scoreboard set up, Marco. And the way I'm doing it, you're not supposed to see it on the live stream, but it's showing. And it just, again, it's just anything, I forgot the what is it, Moore's Law or some law? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Definitely so.
So if you guys see some numbers pop up on the screen, just ignore them. I'm trying to get it set up. We like we said, Marco. We had we started the year off. Of course, I said we're gonna get better each week. Well, unfortunately, we're taking a step back this week because with the rain, with them, with the delayed start, we're having to pivot. We had to pivot to something else, and I didn't plan to have this scoreboard up, but hey, we want you guys to have even if we're gonna use the huddle camera, I'm gonna try my best to make sure, it's still up to some kind of standard, you know, Marco?
Well, I tell you what, one biggest thing in a nutshell is for us to be able to show our kids, and we're still able to broadcast our kids. Hey, folks, if you're out there and you're listening and you're watching and you know somebody that's not, call them up, tell them, hey, look, they've gone through a lot to get our kids out here broadcasted. Watch this game.
Yeah.
You know, get off the Astros game and come watch the Beaumont United Timberwolves take on the Brook Bruins.
And I know, I know a lot of y'all was probably here, but you left, rightfully so. That rain was coming down, and hey, we want you guys to be able to watch your babies, and unfortunately, I'm sure we won't have any halftime performances. I know those guys and girls been working mighty hard on that, but hey, man, we're gonna get this game off one way or the other.
And here we go, snap. Ooh, we saw that flag. That was definitely a face mask there by the Bruins. You can see that from up here right on the screen. He just turned around and he just grabbed that face mask. That's definitely going to be a 15-yard penalty there on the Bruins.
Yeah, Marco, that it looked like it stopped, but that rain, it was coming down sideways, guys. So shout out to these kids. These kids, they some tough guys. I'm pretty sure they wanted to be out there. They didn't want the district to reschedule it or whatever it may be. So they wanted to be out there. They out there. So we got ourselves a game.
Well, I can tell you what, it's just an attestament to it be known. We don't want our kids to give up, and folks, we were not going to give up until you had an opportunity to be able to see the game, and
Absolutely.
also, have your live stream commentators there with you. I want to say thank you to everybody that's out there listening, and I can tell you what, man, we've been getting some great feedback from the live stream and what we've been able to do.
Yeah.
So we really, really appreciate everything that you guys are doing, even interacting with us and what have you. Yeah. And so just keep being with us, keep sticking with us, and one thing we will not do is we will not give up on you.
Yeah.
And we see here the Timberwolves going over the top. Pass is incomplete. I've noticed the Timberwolves are, they're going to take their strikes right there, going over the top and see if they can get that man-to-man. See if they can get that man-to-man coverage and try and exploit it, but they have not been successful so far. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. We've been saying it every week. One thing we don't want to get into, and I know all the coaches have been addressing it on both sides of the ball, on Westbrook and Beaumont United, not getting into these early 3rd down and 3rd and long situations. We see here Jonathan Martin, a name we haven't said in a long time.
I remember last game, I think he was out.
He was last game. He was on the sideline, but he didn't play.
Yeah, let me say this, the last game that we had with him, he was out. He probably played the last game because, of course, they was away. But the last home game them guys had, he didn't play, and with a host of others.
Oh, definitely so. You're right. But we see here he is suited and booted this week. And he just took off with the ball there. Looks like we have a flag on the play. And we do have a flag on the play on the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I know. Again, you guys just
like the quarter.
Just put up with it for now. Unfortunately, you guys shouldn't be able to see this, but this software is a software that we don't use anymore, and it's showing his age. So yeah, I apologize, guys, but I at least want you guys to at least know what quarter it is. We got first quarter, 2:52 remaining. Clock is running.
After the penalty, bring up a 3rd down and 16 for the Timberwolves. And snap is out. Martin has a decent amount of time to be able to look, but look like coverage is there. And he gets out the pocket and just kind of throws it away because the pressure was on right there. He had some decent time, but coverage down the field was excellent. And that'll bring up a 4th down for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Um, this will be the second punt for the Timberwolves in the first quarter. They've had 2 punts and 1 fumble lost.
Yeah, Marco. Like I said, Marco, I was still held out hope that I'd be able to send somebody out there. But I'm looking at we got some flags on side of our window that we can look at, and them things just are flapping.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of wind and a whole lot of wind out there tonight. Matter of fact, the wind knocked out our main camera.
Yep, knocked it over, guys.
But
we're here for you.
Able to get you something. Yeah. And we see the punt by the Beaumont United Timberwolves will bring their defense back out to the field, and the Bruins offense. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Westbrook Bruins.
Marco, we got almost 400 people in here, Marco.
Hey, that is great. It's great for people to still be watching. You know, we have some people here in the stadium, and, you know, we can see them across. It's not many, but we do have some people out here braving the weather to see it. See, snap is up.
Marco, we got
by the Westbrook Bruins, pass incomplete.
We had 796 subscribers.
We're at 796. You know, we have 2 weeks left, folks. You know, we know that we can get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the season, which is next week. Can we get 204 more subscribers in the next week?
I think we can, Marco.
Well, you know, let's look at, we have put a lot of effort into making sure we can see the kids, you know, having an opportunity to be able to talk. Come on, folks, call somebody, call a friend, call one more person, say, hey, look what Beaumont ISD is doing, and subscribe to our channel so you can see every time. You know, basketball season, we'll be able to bring you some of the basketball games and be able to broadcast our boys and our girls like we have with volleyball and we have with football this season. So please don't think that after football it's all over. It is definitely not over.
Just beginning, Marco.
As we see here, the Bruins backed up. 2nd down and 25. Ooh, pass incomplete. Going for a little swing pass there. Bring up a 3rd down. And 25 for the Westbrook Bruins.
We got 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
With 2 minutes remaining.
Ooh, 3rd and 25. Wow, I heard you say it, but I wasn't paying attention. But yes, 3rd and 25.
Hand off to Terrell Thurgood-Smith. Went off to the left side of the line and out of bounds. That'll be 4th down for the Bruins. Gain of 6 yards on the play there. Be 4th down and 19. Oh, and he mishandles the snap and is dropped right there on the 15-yard line. The Beaumont United Timberwolves will have some amazing field position for this next set of plays. Looking at the ball, and I'm pretty sure that ball is probably wet, knowing how much rain and how much water is actually on that field. So,
absolutely,
you know, it's going to take a lot for these guys to be able to catch that ball when it's going. And we can see right there when you're trying to catch that ball will go straight through your hands. If it's you really don't get a handle on it. And the Bruins backed up in deep in their own territory, with Beaumont United Timberwolves taking over, 1st down and 10. And as you can see, mishandled by the quarterback, Jonathan Martin. But we also see flags on the play here. Let's see what the flag is on the play. penalty on the Bruins. Be a 5-yard penalty there. They'll repeat the first down. So now it'll be a first down and 5 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves rather than losing the yardage on that play. The penalty on the Bruins caused it to be a first down and 5. Handoff. And touchdown, Beaumont United Timberwolves. And you know, looking at that student section of about 6 students, they were enjoying themselves on that touchdown. That was a great run right there.
Shout out to the people that stayed, Marco. Look like Westbrook, they got more people under the bleachers than they do actually out in the stands on the Westbrook side. And of course, we can't really see the BU side that good because we up here at the top. But shout out to the people that stayed. They rode it out. They probably been here since 6:30, and here we are 9:30, 3 hours later. They still here with us.
Well, definitely so. That just shows it shows that they really, really wanted to be here and really, really wanted our kids to know that, hey, we're going to brave this weather just like you are. If you get pneumonia, so do I.
So do I. So do I. I mean, not I, because we're
in the booth.
It was a nice, warm booth. Thank you, BISD.
All right, that goes. Thank you very much so. And we see here, it's 1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Oh.
And do we have an injury? I noticed they're not lining up.
Yeah, they're not kicking the field goal. I only want to change the score once, Marco. I don't want to put 6, then I change to 7. So,
folks, bear with us a little bit tonight because we're actually, in looking at the huddle cam is a little bit more delayed than our live stream is. Our live stream is literally live stream. The huddle camera is probably about a 1.5 seconds delayed. So when we're actually watching the play, if I'm looking at the field, then the play is actually happening a little bit before you're actually seeing it. So when I'm looking between the field and the screen, because sometime on the screen with the huddle camera, we can't get in the way we want to because we're not actually controlling it. So just bear with us a little bit. But we see the kick is up and the kick is good for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. And with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter, we see it deadlocked here in Beaumont, Texas at Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium. Westbrook Bruins 7, Beaumont United Timberwolves 7.
It took them a while to change their score to 7. I couldn't remember. I couldn't really tell from up here he made that field goal, and I was like, maybe he didn't, but it went through. It went through, and 7-7.
Well, maybe the scoreboard controllers are wet.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Maybe that's another technical difficulty we got up here, Marco.
But now, I don't know about you, Josh, but what kind of sentiment have you seen between the kids or football players that maybe you have about this game? Have they been really, really hyped?
Yeah, no, they still take it serious. Of course, if the records are not where we want them to be, to address the elephant in the room, we know we're not naive. We're not, somebody without blinders on. We can see. Of course, the record is not where the records for neither team is where we would want them to be. But both teams take pride in this game because guess what, Marco? Whoever wins, the loser got to deal with that smack talk for a whole year.
You sure right.
And and when I was a player, I don't know about you, but I don't want you talking smack to me for a year. Whether you win by 100 or 1, at the end of the day, you got the bragging right. So
that's true.
And the kids that I have in my class that are athletes, they definitely are. They want to win. Of course, we're at Westbrook, but I'm sure it's the exact same way at Beaumont United.
Well, I can tell you what, even talking to some of my former students that go to Beaumont United, talking to the Beaumont United students that just know me well this week, I can tell you they are really, 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 hyped about this game and making sure that they can at least have the bragging rights of Beaumont. And so we know that both sets of students are really, really taking this game seriously. It's not about the district now. Now it's about you having to hear your next door neighbor,
Right.
or the person across the street.
Right. They're all
around
friends,
you.
Marco. They're all friends, and that's what a lot of people don't realize. You know, a lot of people try to create this divide between Beaumont United and Westbrook. And, you know, there's nothing like a good rivalry, you know. And it was a while ago, it was voted as the #1 rivalry, the Mid-County Madness, PNG and Neyland.
Oh, yeah.
It was voted as the #1 rivalry in the state of Texas. And, you know, of course, you know, those games are a big run by third there. You know, those games are packed out. You know, as soon as the tickets go on sale, you know, they're sold out. And you know, I get that, but guess what? When those kids see each other out the field, you know, it's not, oh man, I don't like him because you go to Neyland. You know, none of that. So it's the way it should be here. You know, leave a rivalry on the field after the game over. Let's shake hands. You know, let's do what we got to do.
And that's definitely so. But I can still tell you, you already know how it feels when you have that family member that's going to stay in your ear all year long and saying, hey, but we still beat you.
Hey, Marco, I went to, also at the quarter ends there. We heading to quarter number 2. Beaumont United 7, Westbrook Bruins 7. But Marco, I went to Ozan, and I still cringe a little bit when people tell me they went to Central. Because, you know, that was a rivalry. That was our, you know, that was our thing. And so I get it. I love a good rivalry. You know, I hate it when Texas A&M left and went to the SEC because I'm a UT fan, and I love that rivalry. I never was really one for the Red River rivalry. I don't forget Oklahoma. That's too far up north for me.
Yeah, no kidding.
But
Texas.
Yep. Texas A&M and UT, I love that rivalry. And so, you know, I'm a fan for a good rivalry. But once, you know, some people in the community try to take it a little bit above that, and that's where you lose me.
Well, I can tell you what. Here we go. We see Westbrook beginning first play of the second quarter, handed off to Terrell Third Smith. Pickup of about 7 yards on the play there, going out of bounds. You know, when you were talking about that, talking about the rivalry, you're definitely correct. I graduated from Westbrook in 1996, and when I graduated from Westbrook, there was only Central. And I can be honest with you, boy, we, for lack of a better term, we truly disliked Central.
There's no other way you can put it.
We just truly disliked Central. If we was going to do anything or beat anybody, we was going to have to beat Central, period. Right. And, you know, even looking at Beaumont United with all this maroon on, it still kind of brings me back to the days of when we played Central.
Man.
And that was, whether it was basketball or football, that was a game that was just unlike any other. And I remember when it's amazing, it's crazy because my children, all 3 graduated from Beaumont United, and me teaching at Westbrook, it's, you know, kind of weird. You know, you have a red and blue and maroon and gold household going on all at the same time. So I look at a lot of the parents, you know, you have kids that's going to the opposite school of where you graduated from. And, you know, it's just great household rivalry sometimes. But once it's over, slap hands, move on, and you root for each other from here on out. So
as Third walks that one in for a touchdown, we got bad snap. That ball is wet,
snap.
Marco.
Oh,
That's
big hit.
That's exactly why I wait to put the points up, Marco, because that ball is wet, Marco. There's gonna be some bad snaps. There's gonna be some. Oh man, the Lakers lost again. They're 0-5.
Oh, stop it. That's my boys. I don't know what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, they lost again, Marco.
Give me some good news. How's the Astros game going?
That's for you, Marco.
Let's see if our Stros, y'all, go Stros.
5-5,
right there.
top of the 7, Marco.
5-5.
Top of the 7.
Ooh, that's a tight game there. And we see here the Bruins are going to get another shot at it after a penalty by the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Let's see if this time they can get a handle on that ball. We've seen that ball mishandled a couple times. And the kick is up and the kick is good.
It must have been outside.
Had to be. They moved it half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, okay.
And it You know, it looked like Beaumont United kind of jumped the gun on the first one, but got to wait for that official call, and it was. And now we see with 11 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the half, we have the Westbrook Bruins 14, the Beaumont United Timberwolves 7. And, you know, all week long, people have been saying how tight this game was probably going to be because these teams are pretty evenly matched. When you look at the numbers, you look at the stats, these teams are pretty evenly matched with their running game numbers as well as their passing game numbers. You know, if you look at the teams, both of them, you know, you have certain great standout receivers, and, you know, you have two quarterbacks that are two totally different have two different play sets than the other. But tell you what, they've been definitely doing what their team needed for them to do. Jonathan Martin's glad to see him back on the field. We know at the beginning of the year he was really using his legs to make sure that his team stayed in it. And here we go with a kickoff to Beaumont United from the Bruins. Not much there on the kickoff. Taken by number 10, Jarius Coleman. And that'll bring up the Beaumont United offense. Beaumont United to take over on the 31-yard line, on their own 31-yard line. And we see the snap. Oh, looked like inside handoff, but we see it's a keeper by Jonathan Martin. Pick up a couple of yards, stayed on his feet till it's a pretty decent hit come in. Pick up of about 6 yards on the play there. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in Beaumont, Texas at Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium. Hey, look, folks, you know, subscribers. Hey, is that 815? Man, that is great, folks. Come on now. Come on, let's see it. Let's see it. We're at 815 subscribers. We're trying to get to 1,000 before this football season is over with. Help us out, folks. Call somebody. Call your kids. Call your wife. Call everybody, because we're trying to get subscribers out here. We see here 3rd down and 2 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the 2nd quarter. And the snap is up, and it's a keeper. Jonathan Martin keeps the ball. And is that a fumble I see? Let's look. Did we get the official call? And we haven't seen the signal yet.
Recovered by United. It's a 1st down to the Timberwolves at their own 48.
Looks like the Timberwolves will keep the ball. Be a 1st down and 10. Ball on their own 48-yard line. You know, I know this week, handoff. He handoff there to number 33, Timothy Morris Jr. Going down the left side of the line, trying to catch the corner, see if he can get around, pick up about 4 yards, bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Handoff down the right side of the line, tripped up there. Timothy Morris Jr. tripped up by number 19 of the Westbrook Bruins, Tydrick Chambers. Really? They did. And looks like a loss of 4 on that play. Bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Pass is up. Is it complete? Not complete. Hit the ground first. Pass intended for number 16. Timothy St. Julian. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 8 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Looks like they're going to bring the punt crew on again. You know, I'm pretty sure right now this is definitely not the way the Beaumont United Timberwolves want this to go. Been in some early 3rd and 4th down situations during this game. As we see the punt up, takes a bounce and recovered by the Bruins and dropped down. Looks like at the 9-yard line for the Bruins. He let the ball take a hop. Once he got his hands on it, was not able to go anywhere with it. And the Bruins will be starting from their own 10-yard line here. It'd be 1st down and 10 for Westbrook Bruins. Oh. We see motion by the Bruins. Low snap, but handoff to Terrell Smith. And with that ankle tackle, that was probably a touchdown saving tackle there because he had a lot more room to run there. 8-yard pickup on the play, be a 2nd down and 2 for the Westbrook Bruins here in the 2nd quarter with 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining. And we see handoff again to Terrell Smith, who stops before getting to the end of the field. And the ball is loose. And let's see if it was recovered by the Bruins. The ball is loose. Let's see when we get an official. Looks like they're saying he was down when the ball came out. We have the officials conferring. And we had holding on the Bruins. Well, 2 penalties on that play. Holding on the Bruins and face mask on the Timberwolves. Those penalties canceled each other out. Which will bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Westbrook Bruins. Ball on their own 18-yard line. Ball given to Terrell third, Smith. Well, Terrell third, Smith. Pick up a 2 on the play. Bring up a first down for the Westbrook Bruins. Ball on the 20-yard line. Motion by the Bruins. Snap is out. Ball handed off to number 1, Terrell Smith. And he stood up at the 23-yard line.
Terrell Smith, the ball carrier. Wrestled down by Marquise Lewis and Christian Blatney.
It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Bruins. You know, we definitely see that the Bruins are committed to their run game and making sure that the run game can be established here in this game, especially when you want to be able to control that clock, which is definitely what the Bruins want to do. And we see that Beaumont United is bringing some pressure. We see some flags on the play. Ball handed off to number 4, Darius Coleman. I'm sorry, Darius Simeon. Excuse me. Hey, folks, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, it's right down there. Go ahead and punch that thing. Show the kids some love. And it'll also update you on everything else that you can see that's happening in Beaumont ISD. You know, a lot of times we see a lot of things on the news and we go, ah. But how about we see the things that the news choose not to show? As we see pass here, intended for number 18, Trey Roy. Incomplete. Bring up a 3rd down for the Bruins. Brings up a 3rd down and 17 for the Westbrook Bruins. Motion for the Bruins. And looks like we're going to see a screen here. Great job of staying on his feet right there, picking up about 15 yards on the play. Close to a first down, short by about 2 yards. That'll bring up a 4th down for the Bruins. You know, folks, what I was going to do tonight was do our seniors shout outs. If you had a senior at either one of these schools or a senior anywhere, we were going to do our senior shout outs for our big memorial game tonight. I'm sorry, alumni game tonight, but we will definitely try and get those in for next week.
Player shaking up number 44 for United, Christian Blatney. Numbers on for the Bruins. Number 40, Andrew Nyrider.
And here we go. So 4th down and 1 for the Bruins. Look like we're going to have a punt here. But we never know. We've seen in many, many weeks past that punts have turned into trick plays. We still know that that ball is very wet and very slick. And wait a minute. We have a flag here on the play. It looks like the Bruins, like we said, look like a trick play coming up from the Bruins, or maybe just a hard count. But instead, looks like we have a false start on the Bruins. It'll be a 4th down and 6. And the kick is up. And the ball is down, the ball is out, but we have flags on flags on flags. A lot of laundry out there in the field. Let's see what's called. Let's see what the call is. The officials confirmed. We saw that 3 flags came out almost simultaneously. Trying to see, looks like the referee's going left, right, and every which way. Has to confer with the coach, see what they want to do. So I'm not sure what the penalties are. All right, here we go. We have a 1st down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Please excuse, not exactly sure what happened right there and what the penalty was, what the call was. Still trying to decipher through what all happened. But either way, it'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the 2nd quarter with 2 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Ball on the Bruin. The Westbrook Bruins 39-yard line. Excellent field position for the Timberwolves to start a drive. And we see passes up, passes incomplete. Looked like a catch there, but looked like the Bruins knocked it out of his hand before he could actually really get complete control of there. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. And here we go, 2nd down and 10 for the United Timberwolves. Handoff dropped, picked up by Jonathan Martin. Through the middle, and we see flags on the play. Flags on the play. So let's hold on, folks. You know, we've seen a host of penalties in this game, which is one thing I know coaches hate to see. Got a personal foul face mask on the Bruins. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. And I know that's the last thing that our defensive coaches for Westbrook want to see. Face mask penalties and things of that nature, because then that just backs you up even further from where your defense is stopping them, and that puts you in a tough situation when you have 15-yard mark-offs at the end of plays due to face masks or personal fouls.
Yeah, Marco, I went silent on you guys because I was trying to get it. Oh, Marco, we have 433 people in here, Marco.
Hey, we have some more people picked up in 433. Come on, folks. Let's go ahead and get in here so you can see your kids play. Broadcast your son, daughter, uncle, cousin, aunt, whomever it is would be out here playing. Come on and let's give them an opportunity. Here we go. We have holding on the defense. And that's another penalty on the Westbrook Bruins.
Marco, I know we're not doing any shout-outs or whatever, but I do want to shout out Mr. Galen Douglas. He teaches the same class that I teach at Beaumont United, and one of his students, his first name is Joshua. I will get his last name. It's slipping me right now, but you know, he was very what's the word I could use? He was very determined to make sure that we get a camera or two on the field for you guys. And we tried to set it up, but it's just the wind and it's still drizzling out there. And I didn't want to get him sick, nor did I want to ruin our equipment. That's why I went silent on you guys for a little bit. It's the perfectionist in me that I just can't like, I know the other camera looks great. The quality is fine for most people. But for me, hey, man, if we have the bodies and we have the cameras, I would love to have them up. But unfortunately, we just won't be able to do it tonight with the weather, with the wind. I don't want to get anybody sick, and I don't want to ruin any of the equipment that the district bought for us. So, yep, that's that.
Well, we know the first thing that we always care about is the kids first.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing so, we still get a chance to broadcast our kids, but just the effort to make sure that we can do something better to make sure you all can get a better experience. That is just, again, an attestament to how much we really want this program to completely be able to strive and provide for the best programming that we can offer you. And we see here the 4th down for the Beaumont United Timberwolves.
Oh, okay.
4th down and 7 to go with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. It's been a pretty fast first half we've seen here.
Somebody called a timeout, Marco. They stopped the clock at 45.
Oh, definitely so. I'm pretty sure the Timberwolves called a timeout there. Clock running down.
Wasted a bunch of time before we called it. Whoa, what is that?
Well, hold on now.
Mister?
Wait, we see the referees conferring with
I don't
the
know
other
what's going
coaches.
on.
Not exactly sure. I can definitely tell you, I can feel the difference in when we're running the cameras. It's a total difference when we're running the cameras. Folks, I can if you can tell at the beginning of the season, we, like you said, we promised you opportunities to be able to see. And the camera angles and everything has gotten so much better when we go back to years like going to prehistoric times. And we see right there with Jonathan Martin, faked the handoff and stumbled, but his knee hit the ground. And when that happens, then you're down. So that'll be a turnover on downs.
Why the clock still running?
By the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Clock is still running about
Maybe that wasn't 4th down.
15 seconds.
BU just called a timeout.
Well, the down bot said 4th down also.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't know what's going on.
So let's see. I'm not sure what just happened there.
Maybe the refs having technical difficulties. The weather. The weather, Marco. I'm blaming everything on the weather.
Hey, like they said, blame it on the rain, huh?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. And then to kind of piggyback off what you said about the different angles. The one gripe that I have with this huddle camera is that if they run to the top of the screen, to the visitor side, basically, sometimes they heads, they disappear and you don't see them, and that drives me crazy. But
Well, that's definitely one of the big things that would be from now actually looking at, the slight lag between the actual live action and the the camera. But then also, like you said, once they get to the visitor side of the screen, top of the screen, it really doesn't just cut off their head. It cuts off a lot. And so it's really, really difficult to see what's actually happening on there. But that's why, folks, you'll see that our students have been doing an amazing job of making sure that.
Can't congratulate. I mean, no, we can't brag on them. Well, we got another timeout? I guess Westbrook had to call that one because I don't think you can call them back to back.
No, well, no, you can in football call them back to back if you like. You just don't normally see it.
I don't know who called that one. Oh yeah, Westbrook called it. They went down to 2. But yeah, we can't brag on the students enough. This was a long, interesting year. We still got one more game left next week, senior night for Westbrook. But the kids, they took our direction very well. Like the kid Joshua that I was just telling you about, he came his first game mark on the field, and he's working that camera like somebody who's been doing it for the last 5-10 years. So a lot of them already have it in them. They just never had the opportunity to showcase it because we never had this opportunity before. And so, again, thanks to the district, man. It was a crazy idea that I ran by them, and here we are, Marco. 500 people in the watching the alumni game, and 10 seconds left. Jonathan Martin takes off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did a front flip on that one.
I can tell you, if we had our own equipment there, we would definitely be replaying that.
Yeah, I'll be bringing them back a couple times.
But we see the clock.
5.5, Marco.
Continue to roll. Yep. Is that a timeout?
You know what I'm interested in seeing, Marco?
What's going on?
How would they do this halftime? Because I'm not a rule book thumper, so I don't know. But I think you can't have a game end a day after it started. And what I mean by that is unless it's, the game is canceled because of weather. I mean postponed because of weather. But if you play the game through, we have to be out here by midnight. I wonder if they're gonna give it a full 28-minute halftime, a condensed one that we're seeing. Oh, he taking a knee. We're gonna find out, Marco.
Well, I tell you what, I know that they have to get their halftime time allotted, but as you can see, it's only going to be 15 minutes.
Okay. Instead of 28.
Yes, sir. It's going to be 15 minutes instead of 28 for halftime.
Okay. Well, look, the same way the coach have to have a condensed speech, we have to have a condensed break. So we'll be back with you guys probably in the next 12 minutes. We got 15 minutes to count for halftime. Unfortunately, we don't have any performances for you. Me and Marco would go on the field and, do a little 1-2 for you guys, but, it's a little windy and a little cold, a little wet. So, yeah, unfortunately, we can't.
We'll save that.
Yeah, we'll save that for you when we come back. So, we'll be back with you guys in a...
All right, here we go.
More points. All students in the state of Texas concerned with CC more points by the time they graduate from high school.
How does the student earn a CC more points?
I
earned my CCMR point by enlisting in the U.S. Army as an animal care specialist.
I earned my CCMR point by passing the Microsoft Office Management and earning a CCP-based certification.
I will earn my CCMR point by graduating with a welding level 1 certificate from LIC before graduation.
I earned my CCMR point by passing PSI criteria on the PSIA, which is the college entrance exam.
I will earn my CCMR point by graduating with an associate's degree from Lamar Institute of Technology before I graduated high school. I earned my CCMR point by taking and passing dual credit classes with Lamar University and now LSU.
I earned my CCMR point by making a score of 3 or higher on 3 of my ACT. I earned my CCMR point by meeting PSI criteria for ACT and SAT. For me, it was the SAT. Do you have your CCMR point
Is it with your counselor?
or CCMR coordinator?
When you earn your CCMR point,
You will receive a CCMR according to where I graduated.
join us as CCMR graduates so you will be future ready. William?
So we have a unique opportunity here, being at the Career Center, to offer things to our students that they've never seen before. We have labs, we have instructors, we have all the equipment right here in one building. And so with that opportunity, this year we decided to host a career exploration camp where students can explore a variety of careers to see, hey, which one is for them and maybe which one is not for them.
The camp was very beneficial for me to find out what I want to do in the future, like in cooking. I really not been a fan of cooking, but now I've done it before. Now I know it's pretty fun and I want to do it.
I think summer camp was pretty beneficial for the career pathway because I didn't really know much of the careers before I got here, but I think I got a better view of everything overall. And I think that it was a great way to exercise my brain during the summer because I don't usually go to school during that time.
The thing that I learned was kind of coping under pressure because of health science. We had to do CPR on someone, and you have to do like this thing where you have to put something on the chest and like shock them, and you have to stay calm and don't freak out because someone's unconscious and just they're hurt about doing it. So
I learned how to do CPR and I didn't really know the steps to do it before, but now I was taught the steps, so I know what to do if somebody is choking or if they're passed out.
And so we're super excited that they were able to discover just in a few days what they didn't like and what they really liked. And
Fourth quarter, Port Arthur Memorial 21, Barbers Hill 7. Fourth quarter, Eaterling 10, Fort Annis Grove 7. In 4A Division 1, Vider 48, Huffman Hargrave 34, fourth quarter. In 4A Division 2, final score, Hampshire Gwinnett 40, Liberty 7. Halftime, Jasper 28, Martin Jefferson 6. And final score from last night, in case you missed it, 21-6A. North Shore 16, Atascocita 13. Also, Summer Creek 24, C.E. King 21. Bruins home next week, closing out the regular season against C.E. King on senior night. Next Friday night, November the 4th, 7 o'clock kickoff. And fourth quarter score, 21-6A. Humboldt 22, Kingwood 17, fourth quarter. Bruins with the option to start the second half will receive. Kicking off for United 32, Alex Saran. Center game for the Bruins, number 1, Gerald Smith. Fair catch by Westbrook, number 3, Ryan Babineau. Ball spotted at the Westbrook 35, first down, Bruins. Quarterback, number 11, Roy Jenkins. Ball carried by Gerald Smith. Tackled by United 55, Edward Taylor Jr. In at 3, second down. Gerald Smith out across the 50-yard line. Picks off the Bruins first down. First and 10 at the United 44. Thomas takes him out of bounds. 18-yard pickup. Problem with the snap. Loss on the play. Second down, 13. Darrell third, Smith up the middle, picks up another Westbrook, first down. Gilbert Anderson with a T-Wolf tackle, 18 yards, first and 10 at the United 28. foul on the play. United Chemicals on 25, Cameron Lynn. And Lynn with a recovery. United football, first and 10 at their 30-yard line. Now ball spotted on United 27. Quarterback number 8, Jonathan Martin. Carried by Ian Renfro. Picked up on the play by 32, Pregame. Picked up a 3, second down. Martin kicks out of bounds at about the 29, 30-yard line. It's third down and 7. Yard walk off. Second down, 17.
All right, here we go. We're back, folks. Bringing it in. Third quarter, 8 minutes and 22 seconds remaining. See Beaumont United. Jonathan Martin has some time. Looked like he's just going to throw it away. Coverage was had really great coverage downfield. Had no one to throw the ball to. Just kind of got outside the box and threw that one away. Be a third down and 17 as the rain comes back down out here at Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium. And it is raining really, really hard out there, folks. You probably can't tell by the huddle cam, but I can tell you it is raining really, really hard out there. So that ball is really, really, really slippery for the kids to try and hold on to, as we saw in the play before. Jonathan Martin actually fumbled the ball, but we're still here, folks. You know, like to go on ahead and give a shout out to all of the seniors all over the 409 and all our coverage area where he's listening. And he's going up, going deep, and the ball is intercepted by the Westbrook Bruins. He threw the ball up and looked like he went into double coverage there. And receiver was not able to get to the ball, but the defensive backs of Westbrook were. That'll bring up a first down for the Westbrook Bruins here in the third quarter. We see the score is Westbrook 14, Beaumont United 7. You know, we've been noticing all evening long, Beaumont United having some trouble really moving the ball down the field. Haven't really been able to sustain a drive. So for the drive that got them into the end zone. But it's been a lot of mishaps with the ball on both ends, and We see right there, ball handed off. Some tough running right there for number 4, Darius Simeon. Was not giving up on that play. You can tell when he went through from the beginning. From the beginning, he had a defender on him, but still kept on running and chugging. Able to pick up 1, but didn't go down easy. So to bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Westbrook Bruins. Ball on their own 48-yard line. Snap is up. Inside handoff to
Straight ahead run, number 4, Darius Simeon.
number 4, Darius Simeon. Being 3rd down and 3. 3rd down and 3 for the Westbrook Bruins. Ball on the Timberwolves 46-yard line. And we'll get those numbers updated for you right there. Oh, giving 1 hit, taking another, and finally brought down. It's number 10 for the Westbrook Bruins. Get some tough running there. Jalen Parkinson. Very tough running for Jalen Parkinson right there. Bring up, but all in all, got the 1st down. Bring up a 1st down and 10 for the Westbrook Bruins. Ball on the Timberwolves 42-yard line. You know, right now it's the time for the Timberwolves to make a stand here against the Bruins, and we look again, inside handoff for the Bruins, going straight up the middle with this thing by Darius Simeon. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Westbrook Bruins. Inside handoff to Terrell 3rd Smith. Brought down after a gain of 5 yards on the play. Be a 1st down for Westbrook.
7 yards, 1st down.
Ball on the Timberwolves 28-yard line. We can definitely see that Westbrook is committed to the run, and it's going to show you they're committed to the run, and they're going to keep running that ball in there on you until you stop it. Here we go. Inside handoff to Terrell 3rd Smith, who bounces out, gets around the edge of the line, and picks up another couple of yards after that for a total pickup of 8 yards. Be a 2nd down and 2. Ball on the 20-yard line. Bruins threatening to go in. I know the Timberwolves defense would like to see a stand right here, and inside handoff again to Terrell 3rd Smith. Pickup of about 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a Westbrook Bruin 1st down with 4 minutes and 48 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. We'll get that fixed at the bottom of the screen shortly. And it looks like we have an injured Bruin on the play. Four minutes and 43 seconds in the remaining in the 3rd quarter. And while they attend to the injured Bruin,
Number 1, Terrell Smith.
And the injured Bruin was number 1, Terrell 3rd Smith. But he's up and walking off to the sideline, which is a great sign. You know, I'm sure the Bruins don't want to lose him right now. You know, let's see if this United defense can answer the call here, or if not, just see if this Bruin offense will prevail in this situation here. We have motion by the Bruins here on 1st down and 10. Ball handoff to number 4. not number 4, I'm sorry, number 10, Jalen Parkinson.
Second down, 9.
Pickup of 1 on the play. Be a second down and 9. Ball on the 13-yard line for the Bruins. As the clock continues to run down, getting first downs on runs really keeps the clock moving and keep you controlling the clock, which is one of the most important things that can happen. Direct snap to number 10 for Westbrook Bruins, Jalen Parkinson, and it is a touchdown, Westbrook Bruins. 13-yard touchdown on the play for Jalen Parkinson. As we go down for the extra point, and the ball is mishandled, but we do have a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is. We've noticed a lot of balls being mishandled, but remember, it's raining off and on, and when it rains, it pours out here. It's slowed down with raining right now. And the penalty will back the Bruins up, which they'll get another try at this extra point. And the ball is mishandled again, and the ball is out. And out of all of that, we'll end up with extra point is no good. But with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter, we have Westbrook Bruins 20, Beaumont United 7. We see some of the things that have plagued Beaumont United a lot this year actually happening right now. Having a really hard time of sustaining an offensive drive. Trying to keep out of third and long situations and just making sure that our defense has an opportunity to rest and not be on the field for long periods of time, then having to go right back out there. Those are some things that have really plagued all season long, and we see that those are some of the reasons why we see this lead here by the Bruins of 20-7 here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 45 seconds remain.
Oh, I'm sorry, I said that the second quarter, my bad.
But as we see, the kickoff is up, and the kickoff is mishandled by the Timberwolves, and that was almost tragic for the Timberwolves, but looked like the Timberwolves actually get back on it. Those balls really are slick. It takes a lot to hold on to those footballs when they're as slick as they are. And every time they hit the ground or anything happens to them, they're just landing in water because between the rain coming down and the field being so very soaked, it's just really hard to handle the footballs right now. But it'll bring up a first down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the third quarter. Ball on their own 19-yard line. Let's see if the Timberwolves can get a drive together and get down the field. Try and stay out of third and long situations. Let's see what happens here on first down. Snap is good. Ball coming off to the, great move there by number 33. The Beaumont United Timberwolves, Timothy Morris Jr., to give himself a little bit more running room, and a total pickup of about 4 yards on the play. Bring up a second down and 6. No, it's kind of late, folks, but let's make sure we stay with us we're going to carry you all the way to the end of this game and make sure that you have an opportunity to watch your students shine. And here we go. Snap is up. Ball is in. No. And look at this, folks. Just like that. Beaumont United. Great run right there by Beaumont United. Timberwolves very patient running. And it was that Jacob Bassett. Was that number 26? That's what that looks like. Number 26, Jacob Bassett. Taking the ball down. Getting the Beaumont United Timberwolves first down. First down and 10. Ball on their own 45-yard line. That breathes some new life into the Beaumont United offense. That was the longest run of the night for Beaumont United.
What was that just fell?
Oh, somebody threw something out of the way of where the ball was. And we see quarterback Jonathan Martin. He's down. It's really slow to get up. He looked like he was in some pain. And he's running off to the sideline here. You know, it's something that I'm sure the coaches are not wanting to see right now is their quarterback coming out. But that's why we always have a backup on hand.
Yeah.
Number 11, Gilbert Anderson III. And we've seen him in a couple of weeks lead the Timberwolves. And
he liked to throw it. He liked to throw it, Marco.
yeah, but as slippery as that ball is right now,
it's kind of hard to throw it.
it's kind of tough to get your hands on it. Those snaps, they've been having a hard time handling the snaps. We've seen fumbles. Look, there's another mishandled snap, and brought down ferociously by the Westbrook Bruin defense. That number 19 came through and, wow, just kind of.
I don't think he's going to show up on there. I think that's Xavier Williams.
Tydrick Chambers.
Oh, you know what? It's not Tydrick. That's Xavier. That's what that is.
Oh, that's Xavier?
Xavier Williams, yep. 10th grader. They just moved him up last week.
Wow.
He taking the third period.
Tell you what, he came through that hole and was just, he swung him around, got him down on the ground, made sure you couldn't get anywhere else. And just like that, brings up a third down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the third quarter. Inside handoff given to number 10.
That's the first.
And really close to the first down marker. And it is a first down. Pickup of 10 yards right down the play. Be a first down, Beaumont United Timberwolves. With 40 seconds and counting down, remaining in the third quarter, we see the Beaumont United Timberwolves putting together a drive here. First down and 10, ball on the Bruin 44-yard line. And inside handoff here, dances around a little bit. Pickup of about 5 on the play. That'll bring up a second down and 5 as the third quarter comes to a close. We have the Westbrook Bruins 20, Beaumont United Timberwolves 7. And in this fourth quarter, 20-7 is still not a safe lead. Anything can happen. And we've seen the ball been mishandled a lot tonight. The ball has been one of the biggest nemesis for our quarterbacks as well as our holders for our kickers tonight, because we've seen everyone having a hard time of holding on to that ball. But as we start this fourth quarter here, you know, we know that the mentality of the Beaumont United Timberwolves is let's get this drive, get in the end zone, because we still have 12 more minutes on this clock. In the end, just like we said, this is a game of pride for both schools. And, as you can hear the rain coming down out there. Pretty treacherous field for them to play on, but we see the kids out there, and we see Jonathan Martin, number 8, back on the field for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Here at the beginning of this fourth quarter. The play is blown dead at the beginning. We saw the snap was low, hard to handle, and then the play was whistled dead. Let's see what the call is here.
Clock's still running. That's crazy.
Well, you know what? The play must have been blown dead when the ball hit the ground. His knee must have hit the ground.
Okay. Yeah, because it's third down now.
So now there's a 3rd down and 9 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. 3rd and long situations are things that we didn't want to see happen. Whoa, we see right there going nowhere. Going nowhere. A loss of 4 on that play. Wow. It'll be a 4th down and 13 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. You know, we were saying these are the kind of situations that they didn't want to be in. Those 3rd and long situations, or, getting here and getting a couple of good plays in a drive and then not being able to sustain it. But we see here is got to go for everything here. It's 4th down and 13. And looks like we're going to have a timeout on the field.
That rain sound therapeutic, Marco.
Don't remind me. I'd be asleep right about now with this rain.
Got a timeout, Marco. Almost.
Crazy you say that, Josh.
I can do that, Marco.
Hey, CTE, Student Organization of the Year. Agriculture and FFA, CTE Student of the Year, Eric Murray. CTE Teacher of the Year, Troy Burnett from C-Tech.
Yeah, and to those who may not know, if you don't know what C-Tech is, they changed the name of the Taylor Career Center to now it's just called the Career and Technical Education Center. So that's what C-Tech stands for. Oh, man, that rain is coming down, Marco.
Definitely so. 4th down and 13 here for the United Timberwolves.
Good luck getting off a punt. And
the punt is up. And the punt is down at the 12-yard line, which you're definitely right, guys. Trying to handle a punt in here and getting it off, you have to give it to those punters for being able to just handle it and get it. We saw earlier, Westbrook's punter had a hard time handling that ball, and we saw the holders have had a hard time handling the ball, but it's a great punt nonetheless in this treacherous rain, because the rain has picked up and it is really, really coming down tonight here in Beaumont, Texas at Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium. 10 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the game. Westbrook Bruins 20, Beaumont United 7. Inside handoff to number 4, Darius Simeon.
Got an update on the sub count for you, Marco.
Oh, man, 857 subscribers. Nice. We are 143 subscribers away from our goal on the year.
We can do it, Marco.
Tonight, with this rainy, wet weather, can we get to 870, folks? Come on, help us out. Help us get to 870. Starting to sound like a a preacher in church.
Right.
Just help us get to this right here.
Dig in
folks.
your pocket and pull out one more subscriber.
Well, I tell you what, folks, subscribing is cheap. Subscribing is not tithing. So all you have to do is push the button and subscribe and say, hey, we really, really like what we're hearing. And
We're not even asking for 10%, Marco.
Just give us a little bit of time.
This is it. Just 2 seconds at a time. Hit that subscriber.
Here we go. It's first down and 10
man,
for the
it's
Westbrook
blown up.
Bruins. Ball handed off to Darius Simeon, and that could have been really, really bad had the whistle not been blown for the play to be dead. But he was wrapped up in the backfield by number, is that 35 or 25?
Good luck seeing that, Marco.
For the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Loss of 3 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 13. High snap.
Oh, man. Is that Jalen? Yep, number 10, Jalen.
And that's number 10, Jalen Parkinson.
Hey.
Direct snap to Jalen Parkinson.
Fun fact about Jalen, he's a barber. I told him one of these days I'm going to let him cut my hair one time. Told him if he messed me up, he owed me 27,000 push-ups.
Oh, wow. Well, I tell you what, I don't think anybody be messing up on that one. That's more than Coach Carter had.
He probably take 3 hours to make sure he don't mess up. There you go, another Wildcat. It's
Here
kind
we
of
go.
interesting seeing a Wildcat.
Direct snap to
Implement.
Jalen Parkinson coming across
Oh,
the
man.
left side of the line. Has some room to run. And that'll be a Westbrook first down. 22 yards on the play. And we have an injured Timberwolf. You know, those are the kind of plays that if you're the Beaumont United Timberwolves, you want to stop those things right there from happening, because you give a play like that, it keeps that defense on the field, number one, and number two, keeps that clock moving. And right now for the Bruins, they want to keep that clock moving as much as possible so that they can secure this win as the first win in district this year. But also, like we said, so they can
Hold the bragging rights for a year.
definitely so.
Like our injured players getting up on his own. What is it? Recognizance? Recognizance? I'm trying to use them NFL words, man.
He's able to get up and use his own mobility to get off the field.
Hey, man, hey, I seen that contract that Tom Brady got waiting on him. It's like $300 million to commentate NFL, so I'm working on my vocabulary, Marco.
Not a
Coming
problem
for
at
his job.
Tell you what,
I can't be a quarterback like him, but I can dang show commentate like him. Yeah, Tony Romo, I'm coming for you.
you get that contract, bring your boy with you.
Oh, we got a
We see
flag.
flags on the field here.
Hey, what happened with Roy?
Jalen Parkinson, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I noticed we've been having direct snaps to
For
Jalen
Jalen.
Parkinson.
I guess they saying, hey, man, we can't throw the ball.
Well, maybe it's a possibility if you think. I just spitballing here. It's one of those things where it's like, hey, there's no sense in hurting your quarterback right here if you can direct snap to one of your tailbacks and keep it going and keep the clock moving, because the clock is definitely going. And a holding by the Bruins be a first down and 20 with 7 minutes and 52 seconds remaining in the game.
But actually, I'll tell you, what's interesting about Jalen is in the summer they was working him as quarterback.
Really?
Like, he was taking reps as quarterback in the summer. Then he got hurt. I think he hurt his shoulder, I believe.
Okay.
Or maybe no, I think it was his son with his hand or arm. Of course he plays running back, but he was taking snaps at quarterback and actually throwing it. Of course, today they don't want nobody's throwing anything. Like, you can try, but good luck. You know what I mean?
Well, right now the Bruins are in the driver's seat. They really don't need to throw the ball if they can keep on running the way they're doing. Direct snap to Parkinson and handoff to number 4, Darius Simeon.
Simeon.
Inside handoff. You know, it looked like it caught the defense off guard for Parkinson to actually hand the ball off. But he did, and pick up of try to bring up a 3rd down and 5 there for the Bruins. Pick up about 12 on the play there. And the play is blown dead.
We got 4th and about 3, maybe 4th and 2. 4th and 2.
Well, let's see why the play was
6:28.
blown dead here. Yeah, it is. Be about 4th down and 2.
With 6:20 and
for the
counting
Bruins.
left in the game.
With 6 minutes and 14 seconds and counting down. We notice the Bruins not really in too much of a hurry to snap the ball, using as much time off the clock as possible. High snap.
Marco, if I'd have told you at the beginning of the year that we'll be commentating the game at 11 o'clock, you would have believed me?
Definitely not, because at 11 o'clock on most Fridays, we're already back in the house.
Yeah, we back at the house at 11 o'clock.
You know, we're usually leaving out of the stadium probably about 10:30, so we're back at the house at 11 o'clock. Right now at 11 o'clock, we see the two teams still battling. And the Bruins failed to get the first down. And we'll have a 1st down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the 4th quarter. Ball at right about the 41-yard line. And nonetheless, scores Westbrook 20, Beaumont United 7. You know, the Timberwolves are still not out of this thing. If they can get a drive together and score early enough, you know, anything can definitely happen. And then we go inside handoff here. And look at there. What a run.
Oh, man.
We just said anything can definitely happen right there.
That's a lot of time, Marco. Anything can happen.
Carried by number 28,
No,
Ian Renfro.
no flags.
No flags at all, and that was just a great run right there. So as you can see, at any given time, you know, the strike can be in. Looks like they're going to go hurry up offense here. We have 1st down and 10 for the Timberwolves. Ball on the Bruin 33-yard line. Let's see if they can put a drive together and sustain. And pick up of about 1 right there. Bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves with 5 minutes and 10 seconds and counting on the clock. You know, if Beaumont United really wants to get this thing, gonna have to score pretty quickly. And we see here the ball just kind of, you know, catching that ball again.
The story of the night, Marco. The rain picked up. That ball slippery, Marco.
You can see the field conditions also. You can see some of the standing water on the field for the kids that are playing tonight, but they're really.
It drains so good. You know, it drains very, very well. Just, you know, with as much rain as we're taking on, you know, you're not giving them much time to drain.
But, you know, we were just saying, and then all of a sudden, we have a player for Beaumont United that's down, holding his knee.
Oh, no.
That's never a good sign right there. And, you know, that player just all of a sudden went down. So I'm not even sure it was a result of the last play or if it was something that happened in between the two plays that caused him to go down. But nevertheless, he's going down, he's holding his knee.
I'll play a video, and if he's up before the video ends, I'll cut it short.
Will you be future ready as a college, career, and military readiness graduate, also known as CCMR graduate?
Have you earned your CCMR point?
All students in the state of Texas must earn their CCMR point by the time they graduate from high school.
How does a student earn a CCMR point before graduation?
I earned my CCMR point by enlisting in the U.S. Army as an animal care specialist.
I earned my CCMR point by passing the Microsoft Office Word test
and earning a CTE industry-based certification.
I will earn my CCMR point by graduating with a welding level 1 certificate from LIT before graduation.
I earned my CCMR point by passing TSI criteria on the TSI-A, which is the college entrance exam.
I will earn my CCMR point by graduating with an associate's degree from Lamar Institute of Technology before I graduate high school.
I earned my CCMR point by taking and passing dual credit classes with Lamar University and now LIT.
I earned my CCMR point by making a score of 3 or higher on 3 of my AP exams.
I earned my CCMR points by meeting TSI criteria for the ACT and SAT. For me, it was the SAT.
Do you have your CCMR point
Visit with your counselor
or CCMR coordinator
to find out.
Here we go, coming back to the action.
We back.
We see the pass is incomplete. The number 1, Traylon Porsche. I'm sorry. Did I do that wrong?
Nope.
2-time.
Say it one more time.
2-time.
Okay.
State champion, Traylon Porsche.
Okay. Now that's right.
Oh, gotcha.
I know that's right.
And that'll bring up a 4th down and 17 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves with 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game. You know, Beaumont United's going to have to strike quick here.
Hey, them cleats loud by Traylon. you just look at his feet run across.
Oh, right off of
that ball wet,
the
man.
fingertips.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Had that been caught, that would have been deadly right there for the Bruins. But since it was not, that would bring up a 1st down for the Bruins, turnover and downs.
I was looking at them highlighters he got. If you look at the screen, they glowing on his feet, man.
Hey, tell you what, you want to be seen?
Yeah.
Look down at those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Westbrook takes over here with 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the game. You know, before we leave out tonight, I think that who deserves the biggest shout out is the people who made sure that you're able to see this live stream tonight. Well, I want to send a shout out to all of those folks that worked hard to make sure this live stream came through tonight. And we see Westbrook inside handoff. Pickup of 11 yards on the play by Terrell Smith. Be a Bruins 1st down. Clock continues to move. You know, I'm pretty sure even with the last game of the year coming up, these coaches will be addressing a lot of the issues and things that they've seen pretty much all year long. You know, being able to sustain a drive, how to be able to close out a game. Also being able to just not put yourself in 3rd down and long situations. In numerous spots. And being able to keep your defense, you know, off the field until you can sustain drives long enough to get a touchdown out of them. Or get at least some points on the board. But, you know, tonight was a very treacherous field, and you definitely know that ball is very slippery because we've seen so many mishaps with it. But again, 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
And counting.
As long as the clock still has numbers, Beaumont United still has a chance to pull this thing in because we never know what may happen.
All it takes is one bad snap, Marco. Then you down one. You know, you down.
You're only down 1 score.
Yeah, 1 score. So.
I tell you what, you can see the Bruins are using all the time off the clock that they can before that ball is snapped.
They don't take a timeout. Yeah, they took a timeout here.
And that's exactly what they did.
Look, I'm going to cut to a video, Marco. I just got these videos. I was supposed to be playing them. But I'm going to go ahead and cut to a video real quick.
All right, we're back to the action, folks, with 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here at Memorial Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. Westbrook Bruins up 20.
Oh, man.
Beaumont United 7. And we see here handoff to Jalen Parkinson. Picks up about 3 yards there on the play. Be a 3rd down and 4 for the Westbrook Bruins.
2 minutes and counting, Marco.
2 minutes and counting, and we notice Beaumont United not calling any timeouts.
I think coaches want to get his guys out of here, man. Like, safely.
Right, I can understand that too. When, with the treacherous field, and then all of a sudden, it's pouring down on them.
Yeah, because I know it must be deflating. When you drop the right play, the receiver's wide open, but the ball just so wet.
Yeah, definitely. So, like you said, like I said earlier, a lot of the mishaps and mishandles from, the ball, and you can see, look at the water coming up, and the footing. They don't have much on footing right there.
Mm-hmm.
See number 10, Jalen Parkinson with the carry again. See the referee coming out. Must be a flag somewhere. Probably at the bottom of the screen where we can't see. Hey,
that clock's still running, Marco. I don't think it's no.
No flag? Oh.
I don't think it's no flag. 1 minute and counting.
Less than a minute remaining here at Memorial Stadium. Barring something miraculous to happen, looks like the Westbrook Bruins are going to win the Alumni Bowl. Well,
somebody
clock has stopped.
Who called that? I think Westbrook called that one.
And
we got one more play.
Must be a timeout here on the field.
I think we got one more play in. Is Marco?
Not sure who. Oh, Westbrook called that timeout.
Mm-hmm. Marco, we still got 350 in there still watching.
Hey, all of you that have stayed, thank you so much for staying.
Thank you for coming to our Friday night movie night. Thank you for staying up late with us.
Yes, no kidding, This is pretty late for the game to be played, but they got it in within the time constraints. It is 11:12, and we only have 45.8 seconds remaining in this game.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at the field and you look at it all, it's really, really, really.
Well, I seen somebody made a joke because Memorial, Port Arthur Memorial, just so people know, BISD is the only school district playing football right now in this area. Port Arthur Memorial is also playing, and they feel look just as bad. I seen somebody that put on social media, the end zone is floating because there's so much water underneath it. So,
Here we see motion by the Bruins, and snap to Jalen Parkinson.
That should be it right there.
Up the middle.
Oh, wait, no.
Maybe one more play.
Oh, yeah, because he moved and changed. Yep. Well, that should be it right there, Marco. We got
34 seconds remaining in the game here.
Yeah, and play clock is running.
The clock is running. No one's calling any time
walking
out.
off the field now, Marco.
Sure enough, the play clock is not even running, and we see the Bruins walking off the field. That might have been the last play of the game. And it looks like that will be the last play of the game. And here in Beaumont, Texas, at Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium, we see with 2, 1, and 0, Westbrook Bruins 20, Beaumont United Timberwolves 7, to get Westbrook gets their first district win of the season. And actually their first win of the season. And Beaumont United, it's been a tough ride, tough night for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. But
it's tough, man. It's so tough. It's so tough, man. It's one of those games, man. As a student athlete, your adrenaline get to pumping. It's game time, 7 o'clock. And you can't do anything because it's raining cats and dogs out there. 8 o'clock comes. You can't do anything because it's raining cats and dogs. As But listen, as they slide all in.
As you see, we swim through the field. That's how much water is on the field, enough for you to swim through. But, these kids played through this, and, we want to, it's an attribution. It's a tribute to the coaches as well as that these kids
The
here
toughness of those kids.
continue to still play throughout all this rain, and it's still raining on them.
Where you going?
And like we said, as you can see, wow, just a lot of swimming through the field. It's a great night for the Westbrook Bruins, get their first win of the season. Beaumont United, we see them going in. And next week, we'll have Westbrook, final game of the season, senior night.
Going against C. King.
Westbrook versus C. King. Next week, Beaumont United Timberwolves.
We got the trophy presentation. Dr. Allen's on the field.
Away. And as we have the trophy presentation by Dr. Allen, and we see Westbrook was about to go in.
Yeah, they was on their way out.
Being in this water, I'd probably keep on going.
Hey, Marco, I want to shout out. I can't see his number from here, but there's a Beaumont United kid down here in the end zone for the Timberwolves end zone down here, and I'm guessing he's a senior. He just played his last game. Shout out to all the seniors on Beaumont United. This is their last game at home. Of course, they're on the road next Thursday. It's tough. Of course, I know he would love for his senior year to go a different way. They all would have, I know, but it is what it is. And I just hate for their last game to be one that was postponed for 2 hours. The field was just so soggy and wet. But, congratulations to the Timberwolves, man. The last home game. And, it's tough. It's just it was a nasty one, Marco.
Very much so. It's nasty. And, just for those kids to continue to play ball is really, really great to see, get this game in. We saw a lot of mishaps, again, with the ball and snaps and things.
Oh, no.
But next week, like you said, Beaumont United will be on the road. This is the last home game for the Timberwolves.
So, Marco, I'm going to let you sign us out.
Well, folks, final score from Beaumont ISD Memorial Stadium, Westbrook Bruins 20, Beaumont United Timberwolves 7. Signing out, Josh, and this is Marco Johnson saying good night, Beaumont, wherever